So on Friday when we're running the preview, right? I called it. I said, Arteta is stubborn. He's going to go ahead and start, especially when he did it against Atletico Bilbao. I knew he was practicing for the City game. I knew he was going to start Zubimendi, Rice, and Merino. And I said, listen, we play it safe because he is proud of that silly. He's proud of that silly achievement of not losing against the big six, some weird big six, not losing something that nobody cares about. And I told lads, I said, listen, start Nwaneri in the middle. If you don't trust him, start Eze in the middle of the park. Even if we lose, at least go for it. The old Arsenal of old will go, even with our mediocre players against the juggernaut that City was, we would go for those games. Now, you start a Merino who was lost for ideas. That guy got caught on the ball at least 3 times that I can remember. 3 times. What you will get with such a midfield is that the other team would definitely not get a lot into your box, right? It will seem as if you are in control of the game, but there will be no creativity and you can't do anything without control. I was checking at some point during the game, we had 33 touches in City's box, and they had just 5 yards.
They had just 5, yes.
And Merino was on the field. If Eze was playing, right, and we had 33 touches in their box, and Eze was getting in the box, we would have scored 1 or 2 in the first half. That's my belief. The pass from Eze, right, is an unpredictable pass that irregular. Sometimes we don't see Arsenal play that kind of pass, and that is why we want Eze for that unpredictability, and you bench it. Now on the Saka removing Madueke one, I didn't question it, and I'll tell you why. When Madueke gets the ball, when he drives out wide, which always gave City the chance to.
But he could have put Madueke on the left hand side.
No, he didn't think Madueke does well on the left, and we've seen him play for Arsenal.
I mean, just to keep look, Trossard didn't offer anything apart from keeping possession.
No,
you needed someone to run.
No, I won't take that from him. He played well, and I think that Arteta bringing on more attackers wasn't in losing ideas. He was comfortable enough to do that because City kept bringing in defenders. At a point, they had about 5 central defenders on the pitch. Ake was on the pitch. John Stones, what's his name?
Ruben Diaz, yeah, he brought in a lot of Guardiola.
A lot of defenders. Yes. They were all on the pitch. He was trying to secure that one goal.
But they were comfortable. Because Arsenal were trying to cross.
Yes, and I think that's why he brought Saka in. Because when Saka drives at you, he gives you the option of driving out wide to cross. If he sees it's not happening, he cuts back in a lot of times. And you see, Saka was getting a lot of joy cutting back in onto his left foot, which Madueke needs to learn to do. If he can learn to go past players and then cut to his left and try to bend the ball into the post, he will get a lot of joy with that. I'm happy for Martinelli. It was a good goal. I hope he continues to be our super sub. We could easily have lost that game today, objectively. And I blame Arteta 100%. In fact, Advaya would say 200%. It was horrible. How do you start against a City that is on the ropes? We did the same against Liverpool. We looked horrible. We are doing the same thing against City just to prove a point. And immediately we brought in Eze and Saka. You could see that the ball movement up front became a lot better. Even Gyökeres got a lot more in the game.
First half, Gyökeres was, I don't know, he was just chasing.
What's he going to do when he has Merino behind him and Merino will get the ball and pass it back to Saliba.
So, you don't want to have come to realize when Arteta wants to play safe. Once you see Merino in the starting lineup, you know he's going safe.
Bro, because for how long? Hold on. I apologize for cutting you. How long are we going to continue to do that? You want to win things. You are going to have to get your respect from teams by beating them down. That's what City did. That's what Liverpool of old did. That's what Manchester United of old did. That's what the Arsenal of Henry did. You don't play it safe. You beat them down. They respect you. That's why these City players don't respect us. That's why when you see Bernardo Silva against us, he was busy pushing our players, doing all sorts of crap because they don't have any respect for our players. You are going to have to earn that respect from them. You are going to beat it out of them. Nobody's going to give it to you. You want to play it safe by bringing a one-dimensional man. Okay, tell me, what exactly does Merino do? That's 3 goals.
This was the question. This was the question we asked on Friday. What is Merino? What is Merino?
That 3 hat-trick he had in the international break was one of the worst things that could have happened to us. It was one of the worst things that could have happened to us. Because the minute he scored those 3 goals, Arteta had an excuse to start putting him in the team. It is ridiculous. He's now going to, next week now, he's now going to start the regular players and will beat small teams 2-1, 2-0, 3-0, and we'll say Arsenal is back. Then, when we're going to play Chelsea,
the big sides,
you see Merino back. You see Merino back in the side again. Doing what? To do what?